So, there are many disadvantages to increasing government control on firearms. First, being that fewer guns does not change the condition of someone's heart. Meaning, if someone wants to cause harm to another individual, if they feel that in their soul that they absolutely necessarily need to hurt somebody for whatever reason, they're going to find a way with or without guns. Just because somebody doesn't have access to a gun doesn't mean that they don't have access to other weapons. A knife can be used as a weapon, a baseball bat can be used as a weapon, so on and so forth. With that being said, just because we have gun control laws, it's not going to prevent criminals or anyone from obtaining guns or breaking laws. If we were to completely ban guns altogether, or even, put a very strict limit on guns, eventually a black market would pop up and people would still be able to get access to these guns whether the government wanted them to or not. I mean, it happens with drugs. I mean, people are able to smuggle drugs into the country. What's going to stop people from smuggling guns into the country? And I mean, in addition to that, gun control laws will not change the value of a human life. Gun violence occurs because there is a lack of respect for the value of human life. That goes along with what I said before, where fewer guns doesn't change the condition of the heart. If someone truly wants to harm you, they are going to find a way and they're going to do it. Whether that means, smuggling a gun in and shooting you, whether that means stabbing you, whether that means poisoning you. I mean, there's a million and one ways that somebody could harm somebody else if they absolutely needed to, or not needed to, but wanted to. I think one of the most important things we should realize is that most gun-related deaths in the U.S. are from suicides. So there are approximately 10,000 plus firearm deaths yearly, and more than 7,000 of them are from suicides. This just goes to show that we need to improve our access to mental health services, as well as access to community support and other resources to help those that are in crisis. Also, people fear guns because they don't understand them. When people have access to the ability to be able to get to know a firearm, to be able to learn how to use it responsibly, and are around guns more often, or are around them in a way that doesn't make them scary, it makes the experience less fearful and it makes guns less intimidating. So when it comes to gun control in the aspect of the Constitution, the Second Amendment of the U.S. Constitution protects individual gun ownership. And by increasing government control on gun ownership, on firearm ownership, we are taking away that right from humans, from U.S. citizens. Gun control laws infringe upon the right to self-defense, and they deny people a sense of safety, which, again, goes against the Constitution. Is 100% taking away our U.S. citizens' right to bear arms. Furthermore, gun control laws, especially those that try to ban assault weapons, infringe upon the right to own guns for hunting and sport. Again, that falls back on the U.S. Constitution protecting our rights to individual gun ownership. Although the Constitution was mainly wrote in a way that citizens are meant to keep and bear arms in order to protect themselves, protect their families, protect the country, still by banning assault weapons, it still is against our natural rights as stated in the Constitution. I also want to explicitly say that gun control laws give too much power to the government, and ultimately, if these laws were to go into effect, if there was very strict laws on who can and can't own guns, or if they were just to completely ban guns altogether, I think this would result in government tyranny, and eventually, the government would or might take away all guns from its citizens. And like I said before, that is against the Constitution, against our Second Amendment rights. And then finally, I just want to end with strict gun control laws. They don't work in Mexico. Mexico has very strict gun control laws, and they don't work. Therefore, they're not going to work in the United States. If someone wants to purchase a gun, wants access to a gun, wants it for whatever reason, they're going to find a way. No matter the cost, no matter the means, no matter if it means that they could get into a lot of trouble, they're going to do it. I mean, look at any other criminal offense out there. Drunk driving, people still do it even though they can get in big trouble. Drugs, they still do it even though they can get in trouble. Murdering somebody, a lot of people still do it even though they can go to jail, they can go to prison. These things still happen even though there are laws against them, even though there are laws preventing them from occurring. They still happen, and increasing government control on guns is not going to solve our problem with guns.